So her spine broke, and now her knees broke. So she moves to Forks from Arizona.
Forks?
Forks, Washington. I forget you know nothing about Twilight.
It's a wolf thing.
What's a wolf thing?
She's a baby! It's not like that.
She's right.
You think
She's
Edward
right.
would You nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness monster?
Hi, I'm Lily, and I'm a Twihard.
My name's Rob, and I don't know anything about Twilight. I don't know what happens, I don't know the lore, and I brought in my friend Lily to tell me everything that they know about it.
And unfortunately, I know much too much about Twilight.
Lily has put together a slideshow for me, and that's what we're going to be looking at today.
Okay, so just to start off, I just thought I would talk about how I got into Twilight. When the pandemic started, I was so anxious. Who wasn't? So I thought, how can I numb myself out and never have an original thought again? So I read all the Twilight books.
All of them. You have all the books right there.
I do have
right?
all of the books. Set deck. So we are going to get into talking about the characters. Before I describe the plot of each movie, just like a quick rundown.
Yeah.
It's important for you to know who we're talking about, right? So,
Yep.
Oh, this is very important.
What am I looking at?
Rob actually was present for this party.
Who were you dressed as at this party?
At this party, I made it a drag party because I wanted all of my friends to come and drag. So I was Dr. Carlisle Cullen. Dr. Carlisle Cullen, who I'm in love with. I made him into a fierce queen. We also have my best friends who were a biblically accurate angel named Thoughts and Prayers. And of course, Alexandra Glamilton.
So I was the tethered from Us. I'll put it on screen. I just wore like a red jumpsuit. Nobody knew who I was.
I don't think I knew that until now.
No one knew who I was.
I thought you looked fierce though. I really liked the
I did.
jumpsuit.
Drag party.
Drag/costume.
Drostum. CAG.
Okay, getting into the characters.
All right, yeah, let's do it.
So first off, we have Bella Swan. Isabella
Kristen
Swan.
Stewart.
Kristen Stewart.
Early in her career, I presume.
Yes, she had actually done a couple of films by this point because she acted as a child, so she was already in the industry and successful, but this was her breakout role.
Okay.
So I believe Kristen was 17 or 18 in the first film. Like, they were all pretty young. Kristen Stewart, iconic for her, like, you know, that's very... I just... Love.
Yeah.
Gay icon, queen, bisexual queen. Bella, just as a quick background, so she moves to Forks from Arizona.
Forks.
Forks, Washington. I forget you know nothing about Twilight.
That's why we're here.
I know.
Forks, Washington.
It's a real place.
Okay.
Stephenie Meyer just went bloop and picked that. So it's important that it's set in the Pacific Northwest, which I'll explain. She picked Forks, Washington. I really want to go sometime. Hilarious. Bella moves from Arizona to Forks. She used to live with her mom and see her dad in the summers. So she goes to live with her dad full-time in Forks. Some things about Bella I tried to include here. I did make these collages and they're good. They're real good. So we've got kind of her main emotions here, right? We've got confusion, distress, and quirky. But she's quirky in a way where it's like effortless.
Yeah. Loki getting her meat on right here.
Loki having that bracket for a mouth, you know what I mean, as an emoji. So Bella in the books, it's important. She loves literature.
Okay.
In the books, there's a lot of parallels to classic literature, like Romeo and Juliet, Pride and Prejudice, all this stuff. Doesn't really matter in the movies that much, but she's a multifaceted character, especially in the books. She loves reading. She works at an outdoor store in the books, and she doesn't have a lot of friends. She's clumsy. She takes care of her mom.
Clumsy, that's one thing that I have heard, and I need to know like how that's put into film.
I know at first hearing that it maybe seems pick-me. It's not. Bella just is so clumsy. She gets injured a lot, so when she gets injured in the vampire movies, the vampires are always easily like, oh, you know, Bella, she just fell down a flight of stairs. And it's like, actually, no. Yeah, she's just uncoordinated. Like, she doesn't... I think Stephenie Meyer was trying to build every scenario where Bella was still kind of like isolated. Like, she doesn't play sports, you know what I mean? Highly parentified. Like, she kind of takes care of her mother, who's described as harebrained, right?
Harebrained. What does that mean?
Scattered, childlike, frazzled. In the books, Bella's mom forgets to pay the bills all the time. So Bella, as a child, has to like call the electric company and pay the bills. She cooks, you know what I mean? So when she gets to Forks to live with her dad, who she calls...
This is crazy.
Yeah. She's kind of already used to taking care of people. So she starts cooking, making dinner. She's very isolated, very mature for her age, which is important. But it's like, is she mature or was she a child forced into a difficult position?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah,
okay. I have a slide on philosophy, but we'll get into that later.
Who wrote this? Susan Collins? No.
Don't you dare slander Suzanne Collins' name. So that's Bella. She moves to Forks alone. She's pretty uninterested in things until someone comes along who piques her interest.
Robert Pattinson.
Edward Cullen.
Edward Cullen. Excuse me.
So here we have his three main emotions. Please admire how I set this up. Cocky, furious,
I see it.
and disgusted.
So I actually know what's going on here.
What's going on? Please tell me.
She walked in and Something's going on, like a window's open. He catches a whiff of her. Why is it her that he smells and nobody else?
So he smells everyone, but she just smells so delectable to him. One of the only reasons he is attracted to her, this is described in Midnight Sun, is she smells so much better than anyone else. Her blood, they smell blood. And her blood is irresistible to him. He immediately smells this and like is addicted immediately.
What
and
is
then they
he-
fall in love.
That is not what he's doing, though.
It's what Edward's doing. It's not what Robert Pattinson is conveying.
Okay, all right.
He has to cover his nose and stop breathing because vampires don't have to breathe. Weird.
I didn't know that.
Stupid. Because if he breathes in anymore, he's scared that he'll rip her to shreds immediately and not have self-control.
And he loves her, even this early.
He doesn't love her yet.
Okay, all right.
It's important to note, so he lives in a foster family.
Okay,
Edward is a vampire. Let's get that straight.
okay.
Edward was turned in 1918. He died of the Spanish influenza. # original pandemic. And I read this during 2020. It feels kind of cosmic. So we'll get into Carlisle later in like a couple slides from now. But Edward was turned into a vampire because Carlisle was a doctor and he was treating patients of the Spanish influenza. He saw that Edward was about to take his last breath and he felt such compassion for him. He bit him and turned him into a vampire. Carlisle felt very fatherly towards him. So this is how Carlisle began his journey as a father. He turns Edward. They kind of become friends, like father and son, mentor and student, and they go through life together. Along that journey, they find the rest of the Cullen coven, or how they like to call it, family. They find the 4 other siblings who are each in relationships.
Period, or with each other?
With each other, but they're not related.
But they're in a family.
So Carlisle and his wife pose as foster parents. I know, to these...
Doesn't that look weird?
Yes. Rob, I will never defend any of this. So yes, everyone in Forks thinks that's weird that 4 of the siblings are coupled up and then there's Edward. But this is important because Edward is single. Edward has been alone for, I think he's 110. Don't quote me on that, okay? I'm sorry. He's 100 something.
Yeah.
He's been alone. He's very moody. He's very smart. So vampires have special abilities, right?
Didn't exactly know that.
Right?
Like what?
Okay, I need to say something. Stephenie Meyer makes up her own vampires. Like, you know, when you think of vampire, what do you think of?
I'm thinking of like blah, 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 ooh, the cape and like the greasy hair.
What Stephenie Meyer did was take none of that except for her vampires. They suck blood. They can only consume blood. If they eat human food, doesn't digest. Weird that I know that. So the Cullens are different from other vampires because Carlisle has integrity and compassion for humans. So they drink only animal blood. So they don't kill humans, they only kill animals.
Okay.
And they call that a vegetarian lifestyle. Silly. So
That is silly.
I feel like the only similarity between like traditional vampires and Stephenie's, Smyers is what we call her, is they drink blood. These vampires are cold as ice, hard as a rock. Their skin is like marble, they describe it. Super speed, super strength, super senses in every single way. They sometimes travel in covens together, but rarely do vampires ever settle down, or else they'll attract news because a bunch of people are getting murdered in a specific area.
Okay.
But they don't need to do that because they have animals. But the Cullens have integrated, this is the last thing on Edward, the Cullens have integrated themselves into society.
And they don't age?
No.
They always look the way they look?
Yes.
Okay. Taylor Lautner. Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Did you know that Taylor Lautner's wife is also named Taylor?
I did know that. Taylor and
cute,
Taylor?
right? Yeah.
That has to get old.
They will together.
Taylor
Anyway.
Shark Boy Lautner.
So here's Jacob Black, just like his luscious locks. Here we have him in the first and second movie with the long hair. And then from the second movie onwards, he's got the short hair. And that is him as a wolf, a fursona, you may say. Cut that out. So he is a wolf.
Okay.
Jacob is Native American. He's from the Quileute Tribe, who are a real tribe, which we're going to talk about later,
Okay.
who live largely in the Pacific Northwest and specifically in Forks. Is Taylor Lautner Native American? He has ancestry. And you know what? That's a topic for another time.
Okay. Yeah.
All of the other Quileute actors, though, are Native American, which is really cool. That's Jacob Black. Bella at the beginning of everything is 17. Jacob is 15.
Whoa. Right here, he's 15?
Yes.
All right.
Edward is permanently 17 also, since he was frozen.
Frozen. Is that the term?
Yeah.
Okay.
Turned, frozen, whatever. Jacob, he goes to the high school on the reservation. Bella and Edward go to Forks High School. Jacob Black's dad is best friends with Bella's dad. So Bella and Jacob kind of grew up knowing each other during the summers a little bit, but not super deeply. So they've been friends for a long time, and they reconnect when Bella moves back to Forks, and chaos ensues.
Who am I looking at?
You want to guess?
Bella's dad?
Bella's dad.
Okay.
Charlie, Officer Swan. Unfortunately,
Swan.
he is a cop.
A-cab.
A-cab includes you, Charlie. Charlie is darling.
Yeah, we like Charlie.
I love Charlie. I think the hottest characters in Twilight are the dads. And that's not really a belief that I have. I think it's just a universal fact. But here's Charlie. Here are his main emotions, which are confusion, and confusion.
Okay.
He's Bella's father. They have kind of a weird, awkward, removed relationship that becomes much closer throughout the books. Importantly, Bella doesn't call him dad. She calls him Charlie.
Oh, yeah, that is important.
He doesn't know about the supernatural stuff going on in Forks, even though he is very close with everyone who's involved. He's close with Jacob's dad. He's friends with Carlisle. Anyway, any guesses who this is?
Is it Bella's mom?
It's Bella's mom,
Okay.
Renee Dwyer.
I didn't know she was in the picture.
Well, she's in these pictures too, actually. So Renee and Charlie got divorced when Bella was like a baby. Renee couldn't stand Forks. It was rainy and she had ambitions and she's kind of frazzly and spontaneous. So she moves to Phoenix, Arizona and raises Bella there, and Charlie gets her in the summers. Renee eventually, the reason why Bella moves to Forks, she self-exiles herself because Renee has just started dating Phil, who's a minor league baseball player. Twilight is so insane. What is this? She starts dating Phil, a minor league baseball player, and he travels a lot for his work, and she missed him when she was away. So Bella, being selfless and more of a mother, goes, I'll move back to Forks and you can travel with him. And Bella's mom is like, okay. She is not really in the picture. She has a couple appearances in the books and a couple appearances in the movies, but
Okay.
I thought she was important. Now we got to secondary characters. I covered the main
Anna
characters.
Kendrick. I didn't know Anna Kendrick was in like the same time zone as
Yeah.
Bella Swan, Kristen
She
Stewart.
leads a really interesting a cappella group in high school. I'm so sorry. I'm just kidding. This is Jessica.
I was like, oh my God, really?
I know, right? Last time I watched Pitch Perfect, I cried.
Really? Why?
I don't know. I was really feeling it that day. This is Jessica Stanley. She's kind of a mean girl, but she befriends Bella. She's very loud, bubbly. She has a huge crush on Mike, who's the next character.
Okay.
And Mike has a huge crush on Bella. So Jessica's
Tough.
jealous, of course.
That's
you know what I
tough,
mean?
yeah.
She's the one who introduces Bella to the Cullens. She's a secondary character. She's really funny. Jessica has a lot of good one-liners. That's Mike
This
Newton.
is Mike.
I don't think I have to explain anything else. He's goofy.
Yeah.
He has a crush on Bella. Everyone has a crush on
He's
Bella.
so
at the beginning of the
crazy. I love him.
They're closer in the book. Bella works at his family's hiking store in the books. But in
Mike
the movies,
likes Bella.
has a huge crush on Bella. Bella doesn't care. Jessica cares.
This is Carlisle Lynn.
Cullen, please. Do you like the collage?
Yeah.
Do you like how I used a couple of the same photos?
Yeah. Couple. There are 3 of them.
I ran out of energy.
So you like this guy?
Love. Okay, so let me talk about the character. But he,
Yeah, okay.
Carlisle is my celebrity crush. Peter Facinelli, if you're watching, I just want you to know I admire your work deeply. Okay, so Carlisle is the original Cullen. He originates the Cullen family. His backstory I'll get into a little bit later because I think it's really funny. But all we have to start with is that he cares for people. He has extreme control over his thirst for blood. Since he is very kind and caring and he really empathizes with people, he is a doctor. They move around town to town every few years because they don't age. So right now they're in Forks and he's the doctor there. Everyone knows
Cool.
him. Everyone respects him. He's kind. He's cool. He's very handsome. All the vampires are very attractive. That's part of being a vampire.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. Another Stephenie Meyer thing. Carlisle meets his family one by one and turns them all into vampires, kind of building the family, except for Alice and Jasper. They have a different backstory.
Who's Alice and Jasper?
You'll figure it out.
Okay.
That's kind of just important. He's the doctor. He's kind. He's a very much a father figure. Whatever age you get turned at, you stay frozen in that age forever. Carlisle in the books was turned at 21, which is insane.
Yeah.
Thank God they cast like a 45-year-old man. That's
Being
appropriate.
dad? Yeah.
Yeah, but in the books, everyone's always confused. It's like, oh my God, he looks so young. And it's like, yeah, because he's 21. Anyway, so glad they cast like a man who looks like he'd be a father. That's Carlisle. This is Esme, his
Esme.
wife. She does not get enough screen. Yeah, you know where it's going. You already know.
That's crazy. Oh, okay. One thing that I do know about Twilight is that the baby, I don't know whose baby it is. The baby's name is
Renesmee.
which is a combination of both of these moms' names.
Give it up for Rob. Unfortunately,
That's crazy.
I can't believe you got to discover that on your own.
Wow.
I'm-
I don't even know why I know the name Renesmee. I
It's
think
'cause it's-
I heard it once and I was like, that's not a name.
the most demonic part of Twilight is hard to escape in pop culture, and that's her.
Okay.
So we have Esme. Esme is Carlisle's wife. I'll tell you her backstory real quick because I don't have a guessing game for her. She is the first person that he and Edward find together. Esme has a pretty pretty tragic backstory. As a human, she was with someone. I believe she was married. She gets pregnant. He is abusive to her and she loses the baby. So she runs away. This is so deep for no reason. And I don't know that this is in the books. Stephenie Meyer drops a lot of lore outside of the books for no reason. So Esme, having faced all of this trauma, decides to herself. So she, losing all hope. So she jumps off a cliff. Carlisle and Edward find her barely breathing, and Carlisle sees her and immediately loves her. So he turns her into a vampire.
Hell nah.
It gets worse because I believe that Carlisle was her doctor earlier in her life, maybe when she was young.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's Myers.
Anyway, he turns her and she becomes part of their family. They fall in love. She sees Edward maternally too, since he's turned into 18 and she's a little bit older, and they live their lives. Esme is a very maternal figure throughout the Twilight series, especially to Bella, who, as you know, doesn't have a great mom.
Yeah.
Perfect, no notes. We love Esme.
Are all of their eyes like this hazel brown?
Actually, yeah, I'll explain that right now. So, the Cullens are vegetarians, and there's another family who are also vegetarians, who I'll talk about later. But everyone else, all other vampires that they know, only drink human blood. So, when a vampire drinks human blood, their eyes are bright red. When a vampire drinks only animal blood, their eyes are golden.
Okay.
And when they haven't hunted in a while, their eyes are black. So, don't you think it's weird that an entire family who's all foster have the same exact color of eyes?
That's weird.
Yeah, well,
That's really weird.
There's a lot of plot holes.
Who is this?
Do you want to guess?
I have no guess. I don't know.
You don't know what kind of character shit. Like,
Is it like an alternate love interest?
no, this is Rosalie Hale. She was adopted by the Cullens. She is the next person that they find. I think I'll describe her backstory a little bit later when we get to Eclipse, because it's pretty important.
Okay.
But this is Rosalie. Her overall characteristics are vain, vapid, mean, and close-minded.
Okay.
But she does have a lot of love in there, and she cares for her family and is very loyal. I was showing these pictures to my sister earlier, the original Twihard of the family, and she was like, Lily, I think you should point out, what are these costumes? This is in high school. Does this look like a high schooler to you?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, great. Yeah, I think she looks like she's on her way to like slay a meeting with the CEO. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. This too is like that hat.
So that's her in her past life before she was a vampire.
Whoa. Okay, so like a flashback moment?
Yes, I've included the pictures of the flashback moments that we have. She is in a relationship with Emmett.
I don't like him at all. What is he holding?
What do you think?
Are those eggs? Why is he holding eggs? What is on this sign? Counseling and Comic Sans? No way.
The first film didn't have a big budget. Robert Pattinson has since referred to the first Twilight movie as an art house film, and I agree.
Yeah.
So this is Emmett Cullen. He's the next person that the Cullens find on their journey throughout time. Emmett, I believe, was fighting a bear in the woods. Didn't win the fight, and Carlisle turned him. That, I think, explains some of his character. His main characteristics are, and I don't mean this in a bad way, dumb. Edward describes his thoughts as very clear. He has nothing to hide. He's very open. You know what he's thinking.
Yeah.
Very strong, very proud of being very strong. He loves Rosalie more than anything. When he got turned, they met each other, fell in love. They're the first couple of the Cullens. Yes, he's carrying a bag of boiled eggs as his lunch because vampires don't eat, so they have to pretend to be human.
That's 9 eggs in that bag.
The actor who plays Emmett, he was thinking in character. This was a character choice. He thought, okay, Emmett's a big, strong guy. He'd probably want to slam a lot of protein, and since vampires are kind of off about things, I guess he would just eat a lot of boiled eggs. So that made it in the film. He walks in carrying this bag of boiled eggs.
That's weird.
People lovingly call him Eggmit.
Oh, okay.
Took that term from my favorite TikToker. Her name's Sarah Gallagher. Love you, girl.
Shout out.
Shout out. Do you know this character? She's pretty iconic.
I don't know her, but I like her hair.
Yes, that's one of her defining characteristics.
Who am I looking at?
Alice Cullen. I can't tell you her special talent right now because that's part of the game later.
Is it baseball?
Everyone's special talent is baseball in Twilight, unfortunately.
How is baseball tied to Twilight?
I'll explain.
Okay.
It's part of it. It's so stupid. It's unnecessary. Actually, watching the baseball scene during the pandemic, I saw it on Twitter. That gave me the idea to read Twilight. I was like, that looks crazy. Anyway, so that's Alice. I think she is portrayed perfectly in the movies. Like, her characteristics are kind of small and pixie-like, spiky hair, quirky, very alt girl. She's outgoing, but they don't have a lot of human friends because, you know, they're vampires. Something my sister pointed out to me that I missed originally, and I didn't know this. See, Alice is wearing this choker. Rosalie was wearing a necklace. All of the Cullens wear their family crest on them.
Whoa.
The boys have leather bracelets and the girls have necklaces, and it's kind of to show that they're not just a coven, they're a family. So that's cute.
I guess.
Now we get to Alice's foster brother and husband. Oh, they're all married. All the couples are married.
Okay, didn't know that. They're also like canon in high school.
Yes.
Are they not like geniuses from being in school for so long?
They are.
Okay.
This is Jasper Hale.
Jasper. I like his hair too.
Jasper and Rosalie pose as biological siblings that got adopted at the same time that they present to other people because they're both blonde. Unfortunately, I have to explain his backstory right now. Jasper is from Texas and he was born in, I believe, the 1840s, 1850s. Jasper Cullen signed up for the draft for the Confederate Army.
Oh.
The thing is, he could have easily been a Union soldier. He could have been a Confederate soldier who got drafted in by necessity and left on noble causes. No, he was so excited to sign up for the war on the Confederate side.
That sucks.
And that's kind of all we get about that in Twilight. And it's like, are you kidding me? Low-key, I feel like the movie should have turned him into a Union soldier. Okay, so I've gotten through the main characters, secondary characters, and the Cullens, the vampires. But I want to take this opportunity to talk about the Native Americans who we see in the story who are all the werewolves. This is the Quileute Tribe. They are an actual tribe of people, but Stephenie Meyer really did them dirty. Didn't have to do this at all. She chose a real people, made up lore about them, kind of made up her own folklore and projected that onto them. In the books, kind of did some problematic depictions and stereotypes. Didn't give them a single cent of her earnings. It's a good thing that so many people know about the Quileute Tribe because so many people love Twilight. So I think in order to properly engage with Twilight, we gotta be aware of the things that are problematic too, The Quileute Tribe, they have a movement called Move to Higher Ground. It's a fundraiser to secure the future of the tribe by moving our at-risk community to the safe zone where our heritage and culture can continue to thrive for generations to come. So yeah, they're just trying to move locations. They've got a website. It's here, mthg.org.
mthg.org.
Yeah,
Cool.
so it's just a good way to learn about the tribe and appreciate them for who they actually are.
Thank you, Lily, for including that.
Yes, of course. And now we get to talk about more insane people.
Let's do it.
Here are the wolves.
The wolves.
We've got Jacob. Sam's the first person to turn into a werewolf before anyone else. The elders of the Quileute tribe know about the werewolf thing in their blood. No one else does. So Sam turns into a werewolf and is like, hey, what the hell is that about? So Sam becomes kind of the alpha of the clan, and all of these other teens slowly turn into wolves throughout the books and movies, except for Emily. Emily is Sam's fiance.
Werewolves age normally?
Yes, but slower.
In the first movie, Jacob's already a wolf?
No. Jacob's just a regular teen boy with long hair.
Oh my god, and he gets turned in the first movie?
In the second.
Oh, so he's not even a wolf in the first movie?
No, he's just kind of there a little bit. He's not really a main part of the first movie. So we've got Jacob. Obviously, you know about him. You'll learn more. Sam turns. Embry and Quill are Jacob's best friends. They eventually turn into wolves as well. There's Seth. Seth and Leah are siblings. Seth is the darlingest boy. He's the youngest wolf. He's very, very sweet, very noble for his little age. His sister is named Leah. She's a little bit older. She's suffered in her life. She's kind of bitter, doesn't want to be a wolf because all wolves can read each other's minds.
How does that work?
Only in wolf form. I can't. There's no explanation.
Only in wolf form?
When they're in wolf form, they can all read each other's mind. It's like the pack mind.
Is that ever problematic narratively? Is it ever like, whoa, man, why'd you think that? Is it ever something?
Of course, and this is why it's problematic.
Okay.
Leah is cousins with Emily.
The human.
Everyone's human here. They just also turn into werewolves.
Okay, right.
So sorry, I need to make that clear. They just turn into wolves. Technically not werewolves, but that doesn't matter right now.
So is Emily always human? Emily never turns?
Never turns.
Okay.
Emily and Leah are cousins. Leah and Sam were a couple for a long time. They broke up and Sam got with Emily.
Sam, you dog.
I have to explain why later.
Okay.
Actually, I'll explain it now. But here's Paul and here's Jared. Jared, low-key, I know nothing about. He's a minor character in the books, and he's just kind of there in the movies. These were the original Embry and Quill in the first movie with Taylor Lautner, and the actors got replaced, and I'm not sure why. So, Sam leaves Leah for Emily. It's not by choice per se, because Sam imprints on Emily.
What does imprints mean?
Oh God, if I could be so innocent. Imprinting is something that's unique to the Quileute wolves, or at least to werewolves as a whole that we know of so far. Imprinting, Jacob describes it, it's like only one person becomes the center of gravity for you. Imprinting is when it is so clear to you that that is your purpose in life. That person is for you. He describes it as if they choose you back, you're together forever romantically. You know, like it's knowing like the one. And we'll get into some of the problems with that later. But Leah's really upset about that, obviously. Sam and Emily get together, but when they're all in wolf hive mind, everyone can read each other's thoughts. So they're kind of caught in this horrible love triangle, and like Leah's hurt and pain. So Stephenie Meyer does Leah really dirty for no reason, but she's a great sister, fiercely loyal, kind of bitter. And those are the wolves.
All right, the wolves.
Any questions?
Nope. I think I know everything now.
We're getting to the villains now. There are two groups of villains you need to know about.
Okay. Who am I looking at?
The cutest photo you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, it's like airbrushed.
This was my choice for the photo. So here in the center, we've got James. We've got his, they call them mates, but you know, partner, whatever. His partner, Victoria, and their friend, Laurent.
Laurent.
Yes.
Okay.
They travel as a coven together. I'll explain how they pop up in the first movie a little bit later, but Victoria continues as a villain for the first 3 books, Twilight, New Moon, and Eclipse. These guys don't become that much of a problem anymore after, well, you know, we'll figure it out. We'll talk about it. So yeah, these are just other vampires. They are not vegetarians. And like most vampires, they're nomads. So they travel around the world, eat up some peeps, go somewhere else, chomp, 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 suck, suck, suck. And they're kind of bad boys. You know what I mean?
All right, yeah.
And now the main villains.
Who am I looking at?
The Volturi.
The Volturi?
Volturi.
What are they?
How do you feel about this?
Looks like Hamilton to me.
Nice. This is Jamie Campbell Bower. This is Michael Sheen. And I don't know the man who plays Marcus. I'm so sorry to that actor.
He's watching.
I'm so sorry. I love your work. You play him so well. Very layered character. This is Aro. He's like the head of the Volturi. I'll explain who they are in a second.
Okay.
He's in power. This is Caius, and this is Marcus. They're like the rulers of the vampire world, self-imposed.
Okay.
They live in Volterra, Italy, which is also a real place.
Italy, okay.
Underneath Volterra.
How are they the main antagonists if this takes place in what, Massachusetts? Forks, Idaho?
It's Washington.
Washington.
We'll get into that.
Okay. Pushing everything until later.
It's because I'm about to explain each movie.
Daddy is not happy. Hi, sexy.
All right. I didn't make these collages.
Why'd you put those 2 photos there?
Because I couldn't figure out how to animate them to put them on top of each other. So I thought they deserve their own slide.
Yeah. Is that Susie Crabgrass from Ned's Declassified?
I have no idea who that is. I'm so sorry to the actor who plays Angela. I do not know what you've been in.
Sound off in the comments if that's Susie Crabgrass.
I didn't make these collages because I'm not visually talented, if you can't tell from the rest of the PowerPoint. It's made by @Aesthetically Twilight.
Thank you for adding sources.
Yeah, you know what?
Hashtag non-plagiarist.
All of the other stuff from my head.
From your head.
Unfortunately.
That's why it was like that.
Here is the first movie. I just want to go through like how it looks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's nice.
Twilight, it's the iconic blue-green filter. So I already told you how it sets up, right? Bella moves to Forks. She meets the Cullens. She's immediately intrigued by Edward. They start hanging out, you know, whatever. He smells her scent. She is exactly like that. And Bella goes, like, she has no idea what's going on. She immediately thinks, oh, he hates me. Do you know what I mean? Like, this random man hates me for no reason. Edward disappears a little bit to figure out what to do. He comes back and is determined, I'm not going to kill this innocent girl. I'm going to try to get to know her better. So they start hanging out a lot. They fall in love. All the Cullens are like, this is too dangerous to befriend a human. But Carlisle and Esme are like, no, we like her. Bring her around. Bella meets the Cullens. They play baseball.
Bella knows he's a vampire?
Yes, by this point she knows he's a vampire.
Okay.
Do you know that iconic monologue where they're standing in the woods?
So yeah.
I will show you that clip as well.
Say it out loud. Vampire.
She figures it out because the Quileute Tribe has a lot of legends about vampires because, long story short, vampires and the wolves are mortal enemies.
Okay.
Werewolves
I did not know that.
turn into werewolves when too many vampires are around because wolves are programmed to kill vampires.
I did not know that.
It's in the lore for the tribe that Stephenie Meyer made up. So the Quileute Tribe has a lot of legends about vampires. And once Bella starts noticing weird things about Edward, she researches, she canonically types into Google all of the symptoms that Edward shows, goes to a Quileute bookstore, finds books on the cold ones, which are vampires, figures out Edward's a vampire, doesn't matter to her. They start hanging out, they play baseball. The baseball scene, unfortunately, we're getting to the end, don't worry.
I'm not worried, by the way. You're doing great.
So they play baseball because vampires have super strength, right?
Right.
So they play baseball. You know when you swing the bat and it hits the ball?
Yes.
Yes.
Baseball. I do know it. Yep.
Since vampires are super strong, it makes a really loud clack. Yes?
Yes.
So vampires, Edward takes Bella to go play baseball with his family. He said, this is the only time we can play baseball. And she says, why? And he said, watch this. So it's a thunderstorm. So when
Okay.
the thunder hits, they make sure to time it so that like when the bat hits the ball, it's really loud and people will just think it's thunder.
Okay.
That's it.
Why can't they play baseball? Is it not allowed for vampires to play
Because
baseball?
people will say, what's that big sound? Rob, I'm giving you all the information I have.
They would walk up.
They play baseball in the middle of nowhere.
Is it not okay for the whole Cullen family to play baseball together? Why hide it?
Because it makes too loud of a clack, Rob.
But I don't understand.
And they run really fast and it goes really far. And so when they play, when they let loose, it's really
They're using
unnatural
their powers.
looking. Yes,
I didn't.
they are.
Okay, I didn't think about them like being fast.
Yeah, totally. It's really unsettling. You'll see. During this baseball scene, the original villains, remember, Victoria, James, and Laurent,
Yes.
stumble upon them. They've been traveling, but they're worried. The Cullens are worried now because they have Bella with them, who's a human.
Yeah.
So the vampires come and they're
So I watched the first 2 acts.
incredible.
And I made it. I had to leave right after.
Any excuse is valid. It doesn't matter.
The end of the baseball scene is when I left. I watched them be like, "Whoa, that's a human."
Exactly. So that happens.
Yeah.
And of course the Cullens are nervous because it's like Bella's like kind of part of their family at this point. So they want to protect her. They're like, why do you have her? And they were like, it doesn't matter, whatever. James is a tracker. Some vampires are really good at tracking. Like how dogs sniff.
Yeah.
Vampire sniff. So he also notices that Bella smells so delicious. So James kind of makes it his mission to hunt Bella down. At this point, everyone knows that Bella's in trouble. So Bella gets a call at this point. Later, they're worried about it. They think it's not too big of a deal. Bella gets an unsettling call from Phoenix, Arizona. She answers it and it's her mother in distress, being like, Bella, where are you? Bella, come here. Then it cuts to James's voice going, I have your mother.
How did James find her mom?
He's a tracker. He tracks Bella's scent everywhere.
Phoenix, Arizona, all the way from Rhode Island?
Phoenix, Arizona, all the way from Rhode Island. Bella sees that and goes, oh my God, I have to go back to Phoenix, Arizona. Through something that I'll describe later, there's a vision that she works off of from someone else. I can't describe this right now. She realizes that James has her mother hostage in the ballet studio that she used to take lessons at. She gets to the ballet studio. Mother's not there. It's a trick. It's a tape from an old home video where Bella's mom is just going, Bella, where are you? On loop. James is there going, time to eat. So he is about to attack her. And then all the Cullens come to their rescue.
Wow.
They fight James. The way you kill a vampire is you break their head off and then burn the body.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Well, they're made of stone. Duh.
Stone?
How do you kill stone? Break it off, burn it, baby.
I thought that garlic and a wood stake would do it.
Yeah,
Silver.
You know what? Yeah, no, you would think that. So anyway, long story short, they defeat James, they kill him, but not before James bites Bella. It doesn't turn her. Edward is strong enough to suck the poison out of her and not drink her blood.
That Edward and Bella contact, I bet, was a big moment for the audiences to be like,
Literally.
whoa.
And he got a taste of her blood and was able to hold himself back. Didn't kill her.
Well, Carlisle trained him well then, huh?
Yes, of course. And that's the whole thing. It's integrity.
That's really cool. Like,
that's
that's
the
the
first movie.
peak climax of the end.
And that's the end.
Where do...
And then he takes her to prom.
Okay,
Circling
cool.
back to that, they're in high school.
Cool. I was going to ask you how they landed after that. Bella and Edward, they're cool, they're tight.
They're cool, they're tight. Bella goes to the hospital, obviously, because she's injured. She breaks her leg after all of this. And they go back to Forks. Bella apologizes to Charlie for running away. Charlie, at this point, hates Edward because, from his perspective, they played it like Bella was like, I hate it. I'm just like Mom. I'm leaving Forks.
Yeah.
Hurts him emotionally. She has to make up a reason to leave, So that's Twilight.
Where did Jacob land at the end of this movie?
So Jacob's introduced at the very beginning because Billy Black gives Charlie an old red truck, pictured here, that Jacob's fixed up because Jacob's a car guy, important for later. They interact a little bit there and he's like, hey, remember when we were kids? And she's like, kind of. And then he is kind of in the movie a little bit at the end, being like, okay, hi, bye. That's it.
That's all that he's seen in the first movie?
Yes. But then we get to New Moon. New Moon is crazy. I'm going to be really succinct with this.
Okay.
Bella turns 18.
Happy birthday, Bella.
Bella hates her
We love
birthday
you.
because she's like, I'm aging. Now I'm older than my vampire boyfriend. This sucks. I don't want to age anymore. She wants, at the end of Twilight, Bella really wants to be turned into a vampire so she can live with them forever. Edward doesn't want to do this. He doesn't want to damn her to a life of that. Like he's like, I don't want to damn you to this life.
Yeah.
I'm a monster. I don't want you to be a monster either. It's really hard to be a vampire and I love you. I want you to be whole and human. At this point, it's a struggle from now on. Bella's like, just make me a vampire. And he's like, no. She turns 18. She's stressed about her aging because she's like, I'm going to be like 80 years old still dating this 17-year-old. It's going to be a bad look and I don't like that. Mainly, she just wants to be a vampire. So she turns 18. At her birthday party that the Cullens throw for her, the Cullens give her a present. It's airplane tickets to go visit her mother. She opens the envelope and gets a paper cut right here. Blood trickles down. Jasper has the least amount of control. Jasper charges her because he smells blood. Edward has to fight him off. Chaos ensues and Bella gets really hurt, causing so much blood that all of the vampires have to leave the house except for Carlisle. There's a really intimate scene where Carlisle stitches Bella up and it's like, why do you have so much sexual tension? I don't think they do. It's just like a very intimate scene, you know?
Yeah, okay.
So that happens. Edward is mortified. He wants more than anything to protect Bella all the time. And instead of, I don't know, communicating and working through things, what he decides to do is break up with Bella and say, I don't love you anymore. I'm leaving.
No.
The whole family leaves.
Forks? Where to? Spoons? Knives?
I forget actually where the rest of the Cullens go, but Edward goes to, sorry, we have another guest. Do you have anything to say?
They move.
They move. I forget where the Cullens go, but they move. They cease all contact with Bella to protect her. That's what they can try to do. Edward goes to Rio and crashes the out, suffering so hard. He feels so guilty and he hates being away from Bella because he's in love with her. Bella falls into a really deep depression. She's isolated again. The love of her life is gone. She starts to question, did I dream up this whole vampire thing? Like, what is my life's purpose now? Jacob comes back into the picture. She's being really isolated and depressed and Charlie's like, Bella, you're worrying me. Why don't you go hang out with Jacob? And she's like, yeah, I will. So she starts hanging out with Jacob. He still has the long hair. He's not a werewolf yet.
Okay.
They start hanging out. They start fixing up motorcycles together.
Wow.
Bella has noticed when she has a really big adrenaline rush, she starts hallucinating Edward. So she feels like maybe he's warning, like whenever she's doing something really dangerous, he appears and tells her, don't do that. So she thinks, I just have to do some dangerous stuff and he'll come back. So she and Jacob fix up bikes. They go cliff jumping together. They do a bunch of stuff. Jacob develops feelings for Bella. Bella does not feel them back, but maybe there's a little something there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Suddenly, Jacob ghosts her. And
Wow.
so again, she's back in her depression. She's like, oh my goodness, everyone I love is abandoning me, you know? Poor Bella.
Yeah.
She seeks him out. It's like, why did you ghost me? At this point, he has a tattoo and no hair. Well, short hair. And she's like, what is this? He has turned into a werewolf and doesn't know how to explain that to Bella, obviously. He knows that the Cullens are vampires. They all know. Now Bella has to grapple with him being a werewolf. And there's a turn of events that it's just too much. I'm going to skip forward to Bella finds out through Alice. Alice breaks her contact and goes, Bella, Edward's in trouble. Edward thinks that Bella has died because he sensed that Bella was in trouble. Alice's power is she can see the future.
Okay. Wow. Cool power.
I know, right? But it's based on people's decisions. So as people's decisions change, her visions change. Alice senses that Bella has jumped off a cliff. Edward finds out about Alice's vision. He thinks Bella has killed herself. He has told Bella earlier in the story, if I ever need to kill myself, I would go to the Volturi and provoke them. That's when we learn about the Volturi. So I'll backtrack, describe the Volturi, and then there's the end of the story.
Yeah.
The Volturi are kind of like the rulers of the vampire world, self-imposed. At least in Twilight, in Volterra, there is like a big legend about vampires ruling the city like hundreds of years ago. So the Volturi are like, you know, the rulers, self-imposed. There's legends that vampires used to run Volterra ages ago. Mm-hmm. Those rumors are true. But the vampires were causing too much visibility. You know, too many people were dying. So the vampires moved underground. And the Volturi said, you know what? We not only run this city, we run this world. Who run the world? Volturi.
Yeah.
Oh God. They tell all vampires in the world, it gets around. They're like, we need to keep being vampires a secret. We need to preserve ourselves. Don't turn people. Don't do super overt murders to draw attention to yourself. Like, do what you gotta do, but like, don't expose us. They do everything to prevent being exposed. The way that the Volturi eat is that since Volterra is a big tourist trap for vampire legends, and it's Italy, I guess, they live underground. They do tours of their palace where a bunch of tourists sign up and go down into the palace, and they have a mass slaughter every few days or weeks, and they kill all the tourists.
That's crazy.
Plot holes. What? No one notices that. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Missing people, police.
Of course. If the vampires do shit that enrages the Volturi will punish them by either recruiting them into the Volturi if they have really powerful powers, or by killing them. So Edward goes to the Volturi and like begs them to kill him. He's about to do this. And at that moment, Alice and Bella land in Volterra.
Yeah, okay.
Edward, seen here, he's about to cause a scene by exposing himself as a vampire to hundreds of people there to celebrate a festival about vampires.
Whoa, okay.
I don't think I explained this earlier, and I think you already know. Vampire skin sparkles in the sun.
Yes.
And that's why they live in the Pacific Northwest.
Okay, so that's why it's all
Yes.
dark and rainy.
Yes.
And that's why they're there. That makes sense.
So he's going to go sparkle in the plaza, which low-key I don't know would cause that much attention. If I saw a man sparkling in a plaza, I'd be like, okay,
I'd be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, all right, another day, another dollar. You know
Smoke
what I
and
mean?
mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors, even sparkles. She catches him before that happens. But unfortunately, the Volturi notice, and they have to meet Bella. So they meet Bella. We are introduced to Aro, the main, king or whatever. And they're like, we're keeping an eye on you. It's dangerous to have a vampire-human relationship. Bella better be a vampire the next time we see y'all, or else.
Whoa.
Because she knows.
Yeah.
That's New Moon.
Well, that's the end of New Moon.
Well, at the end of New Moon, Edward says, we should get married.
He tells her that, or like he pops the question.
He's like, we should get married.
What does Bella say? That's it? That's the movie?
Yeah. And Jacob, they come back. Jacob's mad as hell because he's like, I thought I was going to get to be in love with Bella now because Edward's out of the picture and the vampires suck. Comes back, they're immediately rivals. That's where the
Okay.
love triangle starts.
All right.
On to the third installment of the saga.
Eclipse.
So this is Eclipse.
Tell me what happens. Tell me what happens in Eclipse.
Main plot points that happen in Eclipse. So
This movie was only one movie, right? They didn't have two parts?
just one. Yeah,
Okay.
Breaking Dawn is the two parts.
Okay.
So in Eclipse, Victoria, remember Victoria from the first movie?
Her right there?
Yeah.
Lefty? Yeah, I see her.
Victoria comes back because they killed James, remember?
Yes.
James was her partner, and vampires mate for life. So she's pissed.
Yeah, she's a widow.
She's like, you murdered my man.
You murdered my husband, brother.
She's basically like, I want Edward to suffer my pain. So she's on a mission to kill Bella. She returns in Eclipse. She actually returns in New Moon, but I didn't describe that because it's whatever.
Yeah.
In order to enact her vision to kill Bella, which she wanted to do New Moon, I shouldn't mention it, she realizes she has to do something drastic. So Alice has been watching Victoria's moves. In order to circumvent Alice's future telling, Victoria tries to get a third party to hunt and kill Bella. So what Victoria does is she turns a random man in Seattle into a vampire, convinces him to fall in love with her. They're in love. He's a vampire now. And
Poor
she's like,
guy. This poor man.
I know. Poor Riley. Riley. Byers or Beers. And she's like, I need you to build a vampire army for me. Vampires, when they're first turned, they're called newborns and they're bloodthirsty. They don't have a lot of control. So she convinces him to turn like 20 people into vampires. A 20-person vampire army is like, I don't know, 1 billion humans or some shit. So during this whole movie, Victoria and Riley are gathering this vampire army. In Eclipse, Charlie is a cop. He's trying to help people find out where these missing people have gone. I'll get in the middle a little bit. But the end culminates in a big battle between the vampire army, the Cullens, and the werewolves. Because the Cullens and the wolves decide we need to team up to defeat this mutual enemy. So
Yeah.
this is kind of the beginning of an alliance, a friendship. You know what I mean? Because wolves were meant to hunt vampires and the Cullens can't do it alone. So they team up and, of course, they defeat the army. In the middle of this, though, Jacob is in love with Bella. He tells her this. Bella doesn't like this. Jacob kisses Bella. Bella doesn't want this.
Jacob kisses Bella after Bella said that she didn't like Jacob.
Yeah.
ACAB includes Jacob.
And that's why Jacob. That is why Stephenie Meyer ruined him.
Yeah,
He
that
does, I don't
sucks.
think he does that in the books.
He didn't have to
Maybe
do
he
that.
does. Maybe he does. I forget. Anyway, Bella punches him in the face
Good.
and breaks her hand.
Good. Clumsy.
Yeah.
Oops. Sorry, guys.
Also in Eclipse, they graduate high school. Here's where we get into the lust of it all. Bella begs Edward. She's like, look, I'm forever going to be hunted. I'm in danger perpetually. You can't protect me like you think you can. Turn me into a vampire and then I can protect myself.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. And she said, please, 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 I'll do anything. And he says, marry me. Bella doesn't want to get married in the first place.
Yeah.
And she said, you'll turn me? And he said, after we're married. But then Bella's like, I'll marry you if I get my own condition too.
Her own condition too?
She wants to wager something else.
Oh, yeah.
She says,
Okay.
I want to marry you. But Bella is so horned up for this man. She keeps trying to have sex with him, and he keeps going, no, not before marriage. Because he's a gentleman. He's not religious. He's just from 1918 and weird about it.
Oh, yeah.
Bella's like, Edward, I know you want me to be a human as long as possible. Because Edward also says, I'll turn you into a vampire if you marry me and if you go to college. To like have that human experience. Like he doesn't want her to miss out on life.
Yeah, okay.
So it's sweet.
I guess that makes sense.
And Bella says, okay, I'll marry you if you'll have sex with me, please, while I'm still human. And he's like, Bella. And she's like, you want me to have all the human experiences? And he's like, okay. And so then they get engaged, and it's very beautiful.
Wait, like an actual plot point is Bella wants to have sex?
That's the main part of Twilight in the last half of the series.
I didn't know that. That's really weird. How is it written? Is it fan fiction-y? Is it smutty?
We get a lot of details about her lust and tension, but we don't get really any details about the sex itself.
They have sex.
Not
they get
in this
engaged.
Yes, they don't have sex in this film or book. They get engaged in Eclipse.
Okay.
And it's a really iconic scene. In this, also, Jacob's in love with her.
Yeah.
He is so mad about this. During the vampire battle, now we're at the end again.
Okay.
During the vampire battle, which the Volturi show up to, just to see how everything's going, Bella's not a vampire yet. They hate that. So, during the battle, Edward, Bella, and Jacob go to the top of a mountain in order...
Why? Why top of a mountain? Why did they go there?
To protect Bella from the battle, which is happening lower down in the forest. They're like, Bella, you got to get away from the battle, obviously, because they're here to kill you. And Edward's like, I won't leave your side. And she says, okay, great. So they go camping. There's an awkward night where Bella, Jacob, and Edward are all in a tent. We call this the CUCK scene, which I will be showing you.
Okay.
So they do that. They're there during the battle. Battle ends. I'm skipping a lot of details, but I can't do it right now. And it ends.
Okay. And all of them graduate high school. They
Not
graduate.
Jacob. Jacob is 15.
Okay, Jacob's 15.
I guess he's now 16.
Edward
Yeah.
Cannon graduates, but he's older.
No, yes, but Edward graduates. Yes,
Okay,
so sorry.
yeah.
And in the film before, Jasper, Rosalie, and Emmett have graduated.
Okay.
And then Edward, Alice, and Bella are in the same grade. No reason.
What happened with Jasper after he lunged on Bella?
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I forgot the main part of Eclipse.
That's okay.
So remember Jasper was in the Confederate Army
Yes, I do.
during the Civil War? He gets turned into a vampire by this woman who like seduces him. She did the same thing to Jasper that Victoria does later. She is thirsty for land. It's kind of like a war, but between vampires. This is in the 1800s. She and her coven want to own a lot of land in Texas to hunt on freely, to have as many people as they want to kill. They don't want any other vampires around there. So
Yeah.
in order to do that, she convinces Jasper to help her make a vampire army
Wow.
and train them in order to conquer land. Jasper does this for years, regrets it, escapes, finds Alice. They meet because Alice has predicted the future that she's going to meet the love of her life. They meet sometime in the 50s. They travel together for decades, finally find the Cullens, and that's how they become a family. Because Jasper doesn't want to kill people anymore. He wants to be better. But because he's killed the most people, he has the most control issues.
Wow.
We get all of that backstory in Eclipse because he starts training the Cullens and the wolves together since he is a soldier.
Oh, okay.
That's Eclipse.
Okay, cool.
I believe we also get Rosalie's backstory in Eclipse, though, which I need to tell you about.
Who's Rosalie again?
Blonde bitch.
Blonde bitch.
Hot blonde bitch vampire. Rosalie hates Bella the entire past few stories, installments. And Bella goes up to her at some point and is like, why do you hate me? And Rosalie says, I don't hate you, I envy you. This is pretty tragic. You don't have to include this in the video. Yeah. But I should tell you so you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rosalie lived in an olden time. I don't know. I think like 1920s.
Okay.
I believe. She comes from a well-to-do family. When she's young, she gets engaged to this very rich man whose name I am forgetting. She sees her best friend, get married and have a little baby boy. And she's like, oh my goodness, that is what I want in my life. I want to get married. I want to be a mother. I want to have a family. It's going to be great. Royce is her fiance's name.
Royce.
He fucking sucks. Rosalie gets engaged to Royce. Royce turns out to be a very bad man. There's one night where Rosalie is walking home alone at night, and Royce is with all of his friends, and they're all drunk, and they all assault Rosalie. Rosalie is left dying in the street. Carlisle senses her, comes, turns her into a vampire.
Damn.
So she takes revenge, and they know that she's dead, the men. She dresses up in a wedding dress with blood all over her face and corners each man and violently kills them.
Good.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's really good.
Justice. I know.
Yeah.
And that's the only time she's ever killed people. I don't think she's ever drank human blood. She's just killed them. But Rosalie hates Bella because Bella is a human, and Rosalie has this beautiful monologue where she's like, me and Emmett don't get to grow old together. We don't get to have children and have grandchildren and have a life. She's like, I'm just frozen like this forever.
Damn. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
tough.
it's pretty sad.
That is tough.
Rosalie's a pretty deep character. That's important, unfortunately, for the next movie.
Okay. Breaking Dawn.
Bella and Edward get married.
Lots is going on.
It's
I'm-
the
I'm
most
seeing a
beautiful
lot.
wedding. I'll have a wedding a la Twilight wedding. It's
Okay.
gorgeous. They get married. They go on their honeymoon to, again, Rio, Edward's favorite place to either crash out and or make love. They go to Rio. They go to this private island that Carlisle bought Esme one time because, the vampires are all extremely wealthy because Alice can predict the stock market. So they are like millionaires, billionaires.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Carlisle bought Esme an island called Isle Esme off the coast of Brazil. So
That's
they go
sweet.
there. I know.
Isle
right?
Esme.
They go there and they have like a 2-week honeymoon. While there, Bella's like, Edward, we're going to have sex. And he's like, yeah. There's this cute montage where she's like prepping for it. You know, she's really nervous. Of course, they have sex. She's so happy. She's so in love. Edward is so guilty because since he's kind of forceful, Jacob and everyone's like, you can't have sex with him while you're still a human. He'll kill you. And he does destroy the entire room and bruises her a lot because he's like really strong.
While
super
having
strength.
sex?
Yeah.
The entire room?
Bella's like, I'm so happy. And she's like, I didn't get hurt. It's like a couple bruises in her mind. And Edward's like, I feel like I'm hurting you. I don't want to do this. But so he avoids her physically for a lot of the honeymoon. There's a cute montage where she's like trying to seduce him and he's like, stop. Anyway, she's like, please, just another time. I just love you so much. And he's like, okay, fine. We'll be gentle this time. So they have sex and it's fun. Bella gets hungry. She goes to the fridge to cook herself some fried chicken. She eats the chicken and is like, oh my God, I think this chicken went bad or I undercooked it. She throws up. Edward comes back. You see where this is going?
I see where it's going.
Edward comes back from, he was out, and he's like, what's wrong? She's like, don't see me like this. I'm throwing up. I'm sick. And he's like, okay. And then they're like chatting or whatever. Bella opens her luggage to like get some medicine or whatever and sees tampons and says to Edward, what day is it? And he says, and she goes, I'm late. She goes and looks in the mirror and her belly already looks pregnant.
How did that happen?
Vampire. So they fly home. They're freaking the fuck out.
Wait. So
She's pregnant.
She's pregnant. She's not a vampire,
No, she's a human.
but her baby's a vampire. So it's faster.
Grows at rapid speed.
It grows
so
at
at this point, it's August. They get married, unfortunately, I know this, on August 13th. Why do I remember that? Because it's my parents' anniversary and I remind them every single year. I'm like, you guys are so lucky. And they're like, stop. So Bella and Edward fly back to Forks. Long story short, Carlisle and Edward want to take it out of her because it's eating her alive and she's dying because it's a vampire demon monster sucking the life out of herself. Bella says, I love him. And they're like, you love this monster that's destroying you. And she's like, I'm his mother. She thinks it's a boy. Rosalie comes to her aid and is like, I want to have a baby, so I'm protecting Bella. The whole thing becomes it is pro-choice because she's choosing.
Yeah.
However, the baby is killing her.
Yeah.
So they decide that she's going to give birth. And then after that, if she survives or if she doesn't survive, they'll turn her into a vampire.
That makes sense.
She has this horrific bloody birth. It's horrifying. Apparently Kristen Stewart wanted to make it more horror, but then they'd have to make it an R-rated movie.
Yeah.
It's horrific. They have the baby, whose name is Renesmee. Renesmee is born. Bella starts turning into a vampire, and the last thing we see in Breaking Dawn Part 1 is her opening her eyes, and they're red. Yeah.
Cool. Pretty cool, actually.
It's a great frame. You're going to love it. But during
Like
this
in Lost.
time...
The opening in Lost.
You love
Episode
Lost.
1.
You love Lost. I know you do.
I do love Lost.
You can teach me about that next time.
I will. I'll teach you all about it.
And this is important. Jacob, this whole time...
I forgot about Jacob.
Yeah. Jacob's upset that they're married, so he disappears for a long time. He comes back, realizes Bella's in danger, is there for her, trying to convince her not to have the baby, whatever.
Isn't he like 16?
Yeah. He is so sad that Bella has died, knowing that she's turning into a vampire. He's sad about that. And then he goes downstairs to go destroy something because he's so mad. He locks eyes with Renesmee and he imprints on her.
Jacob imprints on the baby?
The baby has been alive for about 10 minutes.
That means that he loves her.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Jacob explains with imprinting, they will be tied together forever. He's like, there's this weird montage, and he's like, it's like she becomes your whole center of gravity, and you can be whatever she needs.
A baby?
Yes. He justifies it by saying, you are whatever she needs at the time, whether if it's a lover, a husband, an older brother.
Hell nah. So I don't understand how Jacob isn't like obviously the bad choice.
Well, now he's not in love with Bella anymore, and they justified
He's in love with a baby.
They justified it by saying that he was only ever drawn to Bella's egg that later became Renesmee. And a lot of fans have been like, wasn't he kind of attracted to Edward's sperm? Edward doesn't have sperm, he just has venom. All right, there's a lot.
How did Bella get
holes.
pregnant? How did Bella get pregnant if it's just venom, no semen?
Some people say that it was frozen in his body and that he hadn't released any in 100 years.
Man was corked up.
Breaking Dawn Part 2.
All right.
Bella's a vampire now. She is serving
Yeah.
We see the ugliest wedding ring of all time.
Yeah,
We
that's
actually see
pretty
that
ugly.
in Eclipse. Renesmee, since she is aging fast, she's born and she looks like a 6-month-old baby. She's only pregnant for 1 month.
She's undercooked.
She's overcooked. So she pops out and like every month she grows like another age. By the end of the movie, she seems like she's like 10 years old, whatever. She's like a kid at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, the Volturi hear that Bella is now a vampire and they're like, okay, great. Now we have nothing to worry about. One of the Cullens' friends, who is also a vampire who's vegetarian. Earlier on, we don't see this, but we hear that she fell in love with Laurent. Remember Laurent?
Yep, I do.
Weird French vampire. When he ran away, he wanted to be better, I guess. They fell in love. The wolves eventually kill Laurent. So her name is Irina. Comes back to apologize to the Cullens for being so callous towards them during the wedding. Irina sees Bella playing with Renesmee and goes, what the fuck is that? She runs away. We learn about immortal children, which is when vampires used to turn children into vampires because they just thought they were so cute. But I know.
That's weird.
Oh,
and
not
bad.
cute at all.
That's
So-
not cute.
So these immortal children, since they're children, they never grow. They don't know how to control their thirst, so they murder like villages. So the Volturi made it illegal to create immortal children.
Good.
But Irina sees Renesmee and thinks Bella created an immortal child, so she goes straight to the Volturi and tell them. Now that the Volturi...
She's wrong, though.
Yes.
Yeah?
So now that the Volturi know this, they start gathering their forces. Alice sees the vision and she's like, we have to prepare to prove that Renesmee is not a mortal child. She's half vampire, half human. Renesmee can eat human food and animal blood. Like she doesn't need human blood at all.
Okay.
What they do is, we don't know about Alice and Jasper doing this till the end of the movie. Carlisle and Esme travel the world and go see all of Carlisle's friends that he's made in the hundreds of years that he's been alive. And they ask them for a favor. And they go, we need all of your help to prove that Renesmee is not an immortal child and to fight the Volturi on her behalf. And it's a way for them to take down the Volturi. So all of these vampires from all over the world.
Wow.
Yeah, which is
Banding
really cool.
together.
Yeah, they band together and they come to Forks and they help.
Forks.
And it ends well. But, you know, they're preparing for everyone to die. Bella has a plan for Renesmee to run off with Jacob if they don't make it, which is weird. We get to see Bella as a mother, which is weird and fun. Yeah, at the end, everything's fine.
That's the end of the movie?
I mean, I'm skipping a lot, but...
What? Yeah, right.
I'll get into some of the other vampires later.
What did Jacob do this movie? Did he do anything?
He was protecting Renesmee. They're hanging out.
I can't
I'm
believe he
skipping
did
over
that.
a lot, but
Well-
I just need to focus on the plot. They hang out a lot. He gives her rides on his back as a wolf.
Bella and Edward are cool with all of
Jacob
it?
jokingly calls Edward his father-in-law.
I can't believe that's a real thing. Everything
That's
I've heard,
Twilight.
that's Twilight. You just told me all the plot of Twilight.
Our friend said that the message of Twilight is to not have premarital sex. That's
Who said
awesome.
that?
Rima.
Rima. Shout out Rima. Oh, damn. Okay,
Is that awesome?
so...
Or else you'll have a demon baby who'll claw her way out from inside you, turn you into a vampire, kill you, and unfortunately become a victim of grooming.
So on the outside looking in, right?
Yeah,
Team Edward,
totally.
Team Jacob.
Yeah, what are you?
I am Team Edward.
Obviously,
I
he's a
was
toxic
Team
king,
Edward.
though.
How is anybody Team Jacob after what I just heard?
Well, in the beginning, he's just a normal human boy who I think would be a safe option for Bella to date because they're friends. And Smire ruins him.
Smire. Okay.
So right now I've got some iconic clips to react to.
Let's do some iconic clips to react
I have a
to.
lot. Is that cool with you?
Do the best ones.
I'll do the best ones. This iconic scene where they're in love, but it's an insane, it's in the meadow, and it's the iconic scene.
You're impossibly fast and strong.
You're impossibly...
I
Your
mean,
skin is pale white and ice cold.
This is not how people
Your
talk.
eyes change color.
they're like 10 feet
You
apart.
Speak like you never eat or drink anything. You don't go out in the sunlight. How long have you been 17?
Yeah.
A while.
A while. Robert, pack it up.
And we get this iconic, what is this?
That's a weird shot.
Why do we need that shot though?
we did. Say it.
Out loud.
Bird POV.
Vampire.
Vampire.
What do you think he's about to do?
No way.
So Bella's just had a life-changing experience, right?
Yeah. Man's just like
This is what I am.
covered in glitter.
All right, so
Wow. Do you think that scene is reminiscent of the tone of the whole series?
I believe so. It's unnecessarily complicated. It's weird and creepy.
Yeah.
Bella never exercises logic. Edward's overly dramatic. They're both always victims. This is for a single shot of Carlisle turning Edward into a vampire, but he does so unnecessarily sensually.
Okay.
How long have you been like this?
Since 1918. That's when Carlisle found me, dying of Spanish influenza.
Whoa.
What was it like?
The venom.
He didn't have to do it on his neck.
Yeah, that was very sensual,
Fun
wasn't
fact, what Peter Facinelli said in Robert Pattinson's ear in this take is he would always whisper something. He said, "Robert, you're a very handsome man." You need to see the scene. It's iconic. It's where they're running. It's an iconic line from the movie.
it? Let's see it. His eyebrows look crazy.
I know, hair and makeup for the win. This is romantic, right?
Yeah, it's cute.
It's cute.
I can't dance.
It's too clumsy. She'll hurt herself. So instead of dancing, he decides to show her the forest from his point of view.
Whoa!
Here.
He's just on a tree.
Hold on tight, spider monkey.
You better hold on tight, Spider Monkey.
And
No
then-
way.
Isn't that crazy? All right, that's all you need
Damn,
to see.
just climbing the tree.
One more that is important to see in Twilight.
The baseball scene.
You can see this is the most important scene ever.
Middle of nowhere, thunderstorm, so no
Yes,
one
of
hears.
course. No one hears the big crash.
All of their hats are so big.
Yeah, but they dressed up. And how cute is that?
Yeah, they're playing. It's time.
She can tell the future when the thunder's gonna happen.
Lightning's happening. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Ooh.
Okay, now I see why you need the thunder.
Yeah, they're really fast, huh? Damn, the music and editing here is really good.
Yeah, it's a great, iconic scene.
Not to nerd out. This is good.
Watch him hit this. Yeah, that's my primary care physician.
Oh.
So they're made of stone, so they make that noise, yes?
Yeah.
You need to see how quickly they walk, though. It's insane. That. Awesome, right? So that's it for Twilight. New Moon, I'm going to show you a couple iconic clips. You know what this is.
I don't know what this
You
is.
do.
The rush of danger is what it takes to see him.
Bella, where the hell have you been, Loca?
I completely forgot about Loca.
Bella! Where the hell have you been, Loca?
Loca? What does Loca mean?
Crazy in Spanish.
I've heard Loca before when people are talking about these movies. I would have thought that it came up sooner. I really can't believe how little involvement Jacob has in like the main plot.
Okay, Bella gets in a fight with some of the wolves. Something that causes them to turn is intense emotions.
Okay.
This is the first time we see that.
Calm down now.
Awesome!
That actually looked really good.
Yeah, and guess who's gonna come save Bella?
Loca!
Watch this.
Wow.
This is when she finds out he's a wolf too. She
Whoa.
doesn't know.
I bet watching this in the theater was really cool.
I know, I wish I'd been there. The wolves are really well animated,
Yeah,
right?
this is
you would
good.
think they're bad. I think they spent the entire budget on the CGI wolves and they forgot to, I don't know, make Twilight a better story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm gonna show you Edward sparkling in Volterra.
Put that shirt back on, white boy.
Y'all mind if a white boy sparkle a little bit?
Get
Look
out
at
of the
her.
fountain.
She has to run.
She doesn't have to do
And you
that.
know that's so uncomfortable.
Stop. Stop. Cover that up, dude. No.
No. Little girl sees that sparkle.
Oh my god.
And she stops it. All right. That's
Don't.
that. And that's it for New Moon.
Wow, new moon. New
Time
moon
for
mentioned.
Eclipse. This is an insanely unnecessary drone shot of Edward too far away.
Okay.
That's the ragtag army. Oh,
Who is this? Who's in the water?
this is the army of new vampires coming to slay
Bella.
Bella. I believe this is there is a drone shot coming up.
Yeah.
It's insane. So we see this. What do you think? What does that make
What?
you feel?
Why would they walk in the water? They didn't
could've
have
swam.
to do that. Oh yeah, he's on a deep lens.
Did we need that?
No, they didn't need to do that. The tent. That's the tent they're all in.
Do you see this?
That's too far.
All right. That was that. And I'm going to show you a quick part of the CUCK scene. The CUCK scene happens because Edward is really cold and Jacob is very warm. And Bella's shivering in the tent overnight. So he has to warm her up.
Oh, so Edward watches Jacob warm Kristen up, Bella?
faster if you took your clothes off.
Jake.
Dude, put your chin out. Eye contact? He made eye contact with Edward?
Yeah, so they're just...
Hell nah.
It's the whole scene.
This is just happening?
And they're talking about how much they hate each other, yes, while he's cuddling his girl.
This is crazy intimate.
And that's Eclipse. Did you like those Eclipse?
I liked the
You like
Eclipse.
those Eclipse? Damn, that was teamwork.
Breaking Dawn Part 1.
We've got Breaking Dawn Part 1. I'm going to show you a clip of the wedding. Fun fact, Stephenie Meyer appears in the wedding scene.
Okay.
That's Stephenie Meyer.
Wow. Younger than I thought. The author being here is really cool, actually.
It's really cool. And she's also seen in the first Twilight movie in a cafe typing on her laptop to show that she's writing the next book.
She's writing the next
That's
book.
pretty cool, right?
That's really
Meyer
cool.
is crazy, but that's pretty cool. This is the first night they have sex and what happens after. Did you see he just broke the bed?
Yeah, that was crazy.
In the movie, we see their sex.
But not in the book?
They're having sex right now. No, not in the book. So she wakes up, right? She's like, oh, what a romantic scene. I had so much fun last night. I love my husband.
Something's wrong. Why are there feathers everywhere? Why did he do this?
He got the zoomies after he, he couldn't control himself. It was either break her or break everything else. And he loves his wife. I'm going to show you a clip. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to show it on camera, but if you know, you know. This is the moment that Bella goes into labor. They've discovered that the baby is hungry. Nothing Bella eats is good enough. She tries drinking human blood in a styrofoam cup, and it works. She's like, you know what? This tastes good. This is what the baby needs. You know how they get the blood?
How?
Carlisle's a doctor and keeps human donated blood on hand at the house just in case.
Even though he doesn't want any?
Unethical. So here is Bella going into labor. So her spine broke, and now her knees broke.
Her back.
Are you okay with body horror?
I am. Ugh. Oh, she looks horrible.
So they have to deliver this baby now, and Carlisle's out.
C-section, and they're vampires.
So now Bella's freaking out because the people who love her the most want to kill her. So Edward bites her open, rips her open with his teeth into the womb, and they extract the baby. Remember, she's still human.
She looks awful. She looks really bad. She looks like a Bitmoji. Oh.
You gotta see what happens next, okay?
Okay.
She stopped moving. I think that's all I need to show you for
No. Let me keep watching.
Jacob starts giving her CPR. Rosalie gets her baby. It's horrifying. That's his venom. That's kind of, reversing the steak stereotype,
Yeah. She does not look good. It's not
If
looking
it makes
good.
you feel better, that is a wax figure of her.
Of course it is.
This is horrific. Kristen Stewart wanted it to be more graphic.
Right.
She loves horror.
You deserve to live with this.
Not now, Jacob. Stop.
This is hard for Edward. His whole thing was he didn't want to kill Bella, and instead he got a demon baby. Do you think she dies?
No. I don't. I know there's more movie. That's the end of the movie?
Yeah.
The way that just ended was really,
great.
really beautiful.
As a filmmaker, you can appreciate.
Yeah.
And now here's some chaos to balance that out, because what was that? I'm going to show you Renesmee.
Yeah, the baby.
Here's nightmare footage of Renesmee. So Jacob's happy for them now. Why is he happy? Because he got a new boo. Guess how old the boo is? 1 hour.
I really can't believe he did that.
Oh, I guess it's been 3 days. She's 3 days old. Sorry,
Might as well be 1 hour. I don't care.
Look how beautiful everyone looks. Mainly Carlisle.
He's been waiting.
Oh, he looks kind of...
Yeah.
And you know what? She's born with a full set of teeth.
Hell nah.
She's supposed to look advanced, but instead they made her creepy. Here is another very iconic part. Jacob starts getting protective over Bella holding Renesmee.
Let's not push it, though.
What's your problem?
Her own baby.
Look, it's a wolf thing.
What's a wolf thing?
You know we have no control over it. Doesn't mean what you think, Bella.
Get that trending.
Promise.
This is really weird of him.
Yeah.
Don't touch me right now. I don't want to hurt you.
Bella's really strong right now because she's a new vampire.
Yeah, kill him. Kill him.
She's a baby! It's not like that.
She's right.
You think
She's
Edward
right.
would let me-
This.
Do you remember how much you wanted to be around me 3 days ago? That's gone now, right?
Long gone.
Because it was her. From the beginning, it was Nessie who wanted me there.
Nessie? You nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness monster?
And you know what? I only have one more clip I need to show you from
Show me.
Done Part 2.
Hey, if anyone likes this video and you want us to just react to the whole movie, comment. Maybe
You're
we'll do
so
it.
right. So, all the vampires from around the world in Carlisle, and then there's all the Volturi. They have a conversation at normal volume this length away.
Yeah.
Edward, as the child clings.
Do you see how far apart?
They're very far apart.
And that's all I can show you.
Okay.
Eclipse are done. Now we've got games.
Oh, how exciting. I love a game. Ooh, I love a game.
So we've got guess which vampire talent is real.
Okay.
And we're going to match it to the character, okay? So I'm going to
Okay.
show a picture of the vampire, and I'm going to give you a couple options. You're going to let me know which one you think it is.
Okay. Edward Cullen. Will all vampires have really good senses of hearing and
these
smell?
are these are the base talents. All vampires have that.
Okay.
Hashtag not all vampires.
Hashtag not all vampires.
Can I say that?
No. So,
Okay,
so
yeah. They all have super strength, super speed, heightened senses.
each vampire has like one really cool skill and not all of them do.
No, only some vampires.
Okay, why is that? Who chooses? Or is
No
it
one
like a
knows.
genetic? Is it like red hair?
So, some vampires exhibit superpowers or special powers in their human life, and they're just amplified by their vampirism. So, what do you think Eddie C's is?
I don't have any guesses for him.
Okay, we've got mind control, mind reading, flight.
Flight, right? Because he ran up the hill really fast with Bella, but
Yeah,
he
everyone can
didn't
do that.
fly. What's his power?
Mind reading.
When did he read minds?
The entire time. I left that out a little bit, but it's not super important. Like, it is important to the plot, but since Alice can see the future, he's constantly reading her mind, and he can basically also read the future. I left a very important part till this moment.
Okay.
Edward can read everyone's mind.
Always?
Always, he can't turn it off. He can't hear Bella's.
Why not?
We find out later. In Midnight Sun, he explains that he's intrigued by her mainly because of her smell and that she's a mystery.
Yeah.
He can't hear her thoughts. He gets to know her, falls in love with her because he sees her goodness. We've got Bella. She's got a special power.
I didn't know Bella had a special power.
Yes. Bella's power are super size,
Supersized like McDonald's in the 90s.
mental shield, or she can make people silent.
Mental shield, meaning that you can't access her brain.
Yeah, see, it's hard to mask some of these. Yeah.
I think that it's mental shield. I think that they
is.
can't read her mind.
She is not affected by any psychic powers.
Well, you know what? That's actually pretty cool.
Edward can't read her mind, and she learns to use her mental shield in the final battle. She projects a shield that protects people from pain. She's able to separate her shield out to kind of protect other people psychically.
Carlisle, last name.
You know what it is.
Colon.
So for Carlisle, we've got these three options.
Let me just guess. He's a doctor.
Yeah, it has to do with him being a doctor.
Most of the people that he's turned into vampires were on the brink of death.
Yes. Okay, you're doing really good.
Is
Man, I
his-
came up with options.
Is his power like knowing when a person's about to die?
Your options are undeniable charisma and sex appeal,
All right, yes.
Mrs. Incredible,
Like long arms. Okay.
and empathy.
Is it empathy?
He has extreme empathy. So it's not confirmed as a superpower, but Stephenie Meyer does be like, yeah,
Does be like.
listen.
Who
We've got
is that?
this Jasper. Okay, here are your options.
Okay.
Invisibility, emotional manipulation, and racism.
C, racism.
You're correct. There's another one as well.
B, also B.
It is emotional manipulation. He is able to sense people's emotions and make them feel a different way.
Okay. Not cool.
Yes, not cool.
A cab.
We've got Renesmee.
Renesmee
Do
has
you
a
like how
power?
small I made this picture?
Yeah, she's tiny.
I'm
Oh.
awesome. So her power, we've got lie detection, thought projection, or CGI eyeballs. Again, there's two correct answers.
Is it A and C?
No, it's thought projection. Tactile thought projection. She touches Bella's face and replays the entire birth.
Why?
Because Smire is crazy. Which brings us
Rami Malek is in Twilight?
to Rami Malek.
Why is Rami Malek in Twilight? Who does he play?
He plays Benjamin, a vampire from Egypt. He has 4 options because I wanted to spice it up a little bit.
Okay.
Especially for the Teen Vogue party. Do you know that meme?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
The Teen
Oh,
Vogue
blue
party?
streaks for the Teen Vogue party.
Cutting
His-
that out. Cutting it out. I'm cutting out the
That's
joke.
fine. Okay, so can Mr. Rami either control fire, earth, water, or air? What do you think? Look in his eyes.
Is it fire?
Trick question. It's all of them. He's
Wow,
the
the
avatar.
elements. He's the avatar?
Yes.
Wow, that was a trick question.
Yeah, it was, but it was fun, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay,
Maybe
next
kind of.
we've got Aro. I needed to include his laugh here. So his options are he's always in power, like he can always maintain his status, tactile telepathy, or death with one touch.
It can't be that one, right?
Do you think it's C?
I think that's overpowered, but that would make sense as to why they were so far away from each other while they were talking. Is it C?
It's tactile telepathy, which
Okay.
means some people, I can control the elements. I can read minds. If Aro touches you, he can see everything you've ever thought, experienced, or felt.
I would have to kill him. I'd have to kill him if he saw what I thought.
Watch Breaking Dawn Part 2 and find out what happens.
Okay.
Who do you think that is?
That's the author,
That's
Stephenie Meyer.
Does she remind you of anyone physically?
She looks like a young author.
Exactly. She kind of wrote herself into Twilight. She describes Bella as having dark hair, like beautiful hazel eyes, I think, full lips, and a heart-shaped pale face.
That's her. She wrote herself in.
Yeah, fanfic. She loves Edward.
I didn't. Wow.
So, our next segment, facts that are unfortunately true.
Well, let's hear it.
Okay, first fact. Who's Carlisle probably based on or inspired by?
Like a young, handsome doctor type.
Yeah, think blonde, good-natured, extreme compassion, and maybe think about Stephenie Meyer's upbringing religiously.
Jesus. He's based on Jesus.
Close.
God. I don't know.
Joseph Smith, the founder of Mormonism.
Oh, okay. When was Carlisle turned?
What, like, era do you think he was turned? Like, I'll give you some options. Early 1900s, the 1800s. Like, what century do you think he was turned in? I'll give you a century.
I think the 1800s. Sounds right.
Give one more guess.
1700s.
One more guess.
1600s.
One more guess.
The 1400s.
One more guess.
When was he?
The 1300s.
That's a long time ago.
Unnecessarily long. All right. How do you think Meyer got the original idea for Twilight? Like, writer's inspiration. What do you think? As a
Ooh.
writer and filmmaker yourself, what do you think? Like, where do your ideas come from?
Other things that I've seen or read. It must have
Okay,
been
cool.
based on a book that she read.
Okay.
Or like a movie.
You know what? You're close. A dream.
Okay.
She saw a movie in her mind and thought, I'm going to make that.
With a werewolf and a vampire.
She dreamed of a beautiful meadow, which is where Bella and Edward often hang out. And she made that. And
All
like a
right.
man sparkling in it.
Oh, okay.
I believe that's what it was.
What canonically began as a Twilight fanfic? I know this.
Yeah, you do.
I do. 50 Shades of Grey.
It is 50
right?
Shades of
Was
Grey.
a Twilight
Cheers.
fanfiction. What
Okay.
is Renesmee's middle name? You're asking me?
What do you think it is? If you had to guess, knowing what you do about Twilight, maybe about the Cullens, Renesmee is a combination of Renee and Esme, the mothers.
Oh, okay.
So what do you think her middle name is?
Is it a combination of Charlie and Carlisle?
Yeah. What do you think it is?
Charlisle? Carly?
Carly!
Wow, we got there.
You got there! What would Renesmee have been named if she was a boy? Because Bella originally thought that Renesmee was going to be a boy, and she chose this name, and she was dead set on this name. And this is unfortunate because Bella is like a literature nerd. She could have named Renesmee Juliet, right? Or
Yeah.
Jane, or something else.
Frankenstein. I don't know. What's the answer?
EJ?
EJ. Why?
Edward Jacob.
Jacob. No way. Hell
She
no.
named it after her love triangle.
That's weird.
Yeah, of course. Anyway,
When is Renesmee's birthday? I mean, the only date. Do you think it's the date I'm thinking of?
but in 2006.
9/11.
It's 9/11. Stephenie Meyer didn't outright say it was 9/11, but Bella gets married on August 13th, gets pregnant the next day or whatever days, in between. Bella gives birth certain number of days after, like they count the days. Like we follow Bella every single day after that, and it's a certain amount of days and weeks, and her birthday is September 11th.
What do vampires do at night because they can't sleep? I don't know, like run around, jump.
Sometimes, yeah. All the vampires who have a partner, they go at it all night long.
They bone.
They
with
bone.
a capital B.
People call Edwards, you know what? I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
TikToker Sarah Gallagher talks about this. Vampires are made of stone. They're stone-like, right? So she describes that this is how it sounds when they consummate.
This is why the mugs were here. Like rocks. Wow.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, really quick, I'm going to describe this.
Okay.
There's 3 other books in the Twilight series.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that Stephenie Meyer wrote later. We've got The Short Second Life of Bree Tanner, which is a novella about one of the vampires recruited in the newborn army.
Whoa, okay, so
That's cool. Yeah. It's a little 15-year-old girl that the Cullens try to adopt.
Okay.
They see her in the battle and go, that's just a child. We're going to try to adopt her. And the Volturi don't let her. And unfortunately, her journey ends there. So that's a cool novella. I actually haven't read it. We've got Life and Death, Twilight Reimagined. It's the exact same story as Twilight, but the gender roles are switched. So like Edward instead is Edith, spelled not how you think. Bella is Beau, also spelled not how you think. It's the same thing, but their genders are swapped.
I like it. Have you read it?
No, I haven't. And I should.
It can't be bad. Well, is it the exact same, but the pronouns and names are different? Or is it
I'm
like,
not quite sure. I'm
changed?
sure there's stuff that have changed. I'm not well versed in this. And then there's Midnight Sun. So I'm currently listening to Midnight Sun as an audiobook because I tried to read it so many times and I just couldn't get past like page 50 because Edward is an insane narrator. It's the story of the first book of Twilight from Edward's point of view.
Okay, that's
It's really cool. I'm listening to it on Spotify, free on premium.
Nightlight. She
This-
ate the apple.
So this is a parody of the first Twilight book. I have it here. It's really thin.
It's really tiny.
I got this when my sister was reading it. Like, this is like 15 years old. And it's really funny. It's just like
Edward. His name is Edward.
Edward, and her name's Belle Goose. It really mocks Stephenie Meyer's style of writing, which,
This is hilarious.
why don't you give us a line?
Riddle me this, Mr. Internet Guy, I said, crossing my arms detectively. How is that you, allegedly completely mortal, are here without a car?
Yeah, it just points out so many of the plot holes, makes fun of her writing, pokes fun at Bella.
I really like how this looks, and I wonder if it would be weird of me to read this as my opening to
It's
Twilight.
really funny.
It seems really funny.
We have one more game.
What's the game?
It's called Fill in the Line.
Fill in the line. Okay, let's do it.
Bella notices that Edward's eyes change color throughout, the first moments that she meets him before she knows he's a vampire.
Okay.
She asks him, Edward, did you get colored contacts? And he goes, no. And she's like, well, I just noticed your eyes are a different color. And as an excuse for why his eyes change color, he said, it's the blank. What do you think he used as an excuse?
Like weather? The weather?
That's a good guess. It's the fluorescence.
No.
King of lying. Next, we've got Mike Newton. He's trying to flirt with Bella. She's just moved from Arizona, a really hot, dry place. She moves to Forks. Mike greets her with, Arizona, how you liking blank, girl?
I have no idea.
Dorraine. Bella, how you liking Dorraine,
Dorraine?
girl? This next one, this is Edward, right after he tells her she's a vampire. In that montage, he's talking about how this dangerous monster has fallen in love with something so weak and fragile. So an iconic line in Twilight is Edward saying, and so the blank fell in love with the blank.
And so
You can get this one.
the damsel fell in love with the monster.
That's, yes, put it in animal terms.
The prey fell in love with the predator.
Yep. And
Wow.
what animals do you think it could be? You don't have to guess if you don't want to.
Like the deer.
Close. Good. Just go with that.
Fell in love with the tiger, the lion.
And so the lion fell in love with the lamb.
Oh.
Good job.
Oh, okay. I had it backwards. Okay.
It's giving Jesus a little bit. I won't elaborate. Okay, next. Edward is describing in the same scene. A lot of these are from Edward because he says insane stuff. He's talking about how they're vegetarians. My family, we're different from others of our kind. We only drink animal blood, but it's your scent. It's like a drug to me. It's like you're my own personal brand of...
Oh, it has to be like a food something.
Sure.
Drink, soda, my own personal brand.
Pop.
Brand of pop.
Guess one thing what you think it is.
Blood.
Heroin.
Wow.
Okay, the first time Bella meets the Cullens, she's invited over for dinner. All the Cullens are cooking because Bella's the only one who can eat human food, so they're really excited. And they're like, oh my god, we're gonna make a big dinner for Bella. It's gonna be great. We'll talk. We'll meet her. Esme welcomes Bella. They have made spaghetti and salad. She says to Bella, Bella, we're making blank for you. How do you think she would describe that meal? Spaghetti, meatballs, salad.
It's either going to be in like a way out of touch vampire way, or it's going to be in like an older woman way.
Okay, yeah.
If it's older woman, it's going to be supper or like a
Aw.
Midwestern vibe. But if it's going to be like she doesn't really understand what she's doing with this food,
Yeah.
I really have no idea. Like
Maybe
you have
think
to
of, like,
lead me. You have to
Bella.
lead me.
You know what I mean?
Bella?
Bella's name. And they make spaghetti. You know what I mean? Her name's Isabella Swan. What do you think they make her? Maybe a certain country's food.
Italian?
Bella, we're making Italiano for you.
Italiana.
No reason. That's not that good.
You thought I'd be able to guess that?
Yeah, her name's Bella making spaghetti. So I have a graphic for this one.
Okay.
Edward drops Bella off to hang out with Jacob.
Why is his shirt off?
And Edward says, doesn't he own a...
Doesn't he own a shirt?
Congratulations.
Doesn't he own a shirt?
Which is a fun fourth wall break,
He's
you know what I mean?
right. He's
There's
right.
one point where in the CUCK tent, Jacob is warming Bella, and Edward's like, ugh, I hate this. And Jacob goes, well, I am hotter than you. You know that was for the audience.
Yeah.
So I actually have a clip for you to watch, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, this song?
Classic, Christina Perry. They're vampires now. That's the meadow.
The meadow.
They go to it all the time. I left that out. And here's where we see the book. And then we continued blissfully into the small and perfect peace of our forever.
Wow. Wow.
It ends with like a fan cam that the producers made of like every single character. Yeah. But I can't show you that. You gotta earn that.
What did Jacob do at the end there? Was he okay with them being together all of a sudden? Was he like, you know what, this is fine? Or wait, actually, how did the Jacob printing on Renesmee end?
So, in Breaking Dawn Part 2, Jacob spends a lot of time with Renesmee. They're all a little family. They go around. Like, he gives her rides everywhere. Weird. And the ending, part of the reason the battle goes so well at the end of Breaking Dawn is because Alice shows Aro that they have found another half-human, half-vampire hybrid person. So she like brings him to everyone and shows, see, look, this person has told us that he's not immortal and he's not forever child. Like, Renesmee is not immortal. She will at one point probably die. But Aro asks the hybrid, when did you become fully grown? And he said, 7.
What are you telling me?
Once Renesmee is 7, she will probably enter a relationship with Jacob romantically.
We don't see that though. Like the narrative cuts off conveniently right before.
We see a flash forward to the future that Alice has had, and it's of Jacob and a CGI generated Renesmee as a young woman together. But she's an appropriate age. But she might be 7. But her brain is developed.
No, don't care.
So that's how it ends. I'm sorry that you had to.
That's the end of the Twilight series.
Yeah, they're all a family. But Jacob's not immortal either. So low key, it's like ends for now.
That's it.
But also, as long as vampires are around, werewolves continue to live. So maybe they will be immortal. I don't know. Meyer has, I've heard, threatened to release another book.
Threatened.
It's always threatened around Jacob and Renesmee. She said that that's her next installment. I will read it. Anyway, we should end on a nice note, right?
Yeah. Do you have anything else, or is that all?
I do have the end of my PowerPoint. Yes.
What's your PowerPoint? She looks crazy.
That was the original doll used for Renesmee, and we lovingly call her Chuck Esme.
Chuck Esme.
Chuck Esme is in a museum in Forks, Washington. That is unfortunately something that was made physically.
It looks really bad.
I know, and
it's a newborn baby.
Yeah, because in the books it says that Renesmee is born with like shoulder-length hair, but I think the producers thought this would be way too terrifying.
Yeah, Chuck Esme.
So that's Chuck Esme.
Ugh.
It's also important to note that the first Twilight film was directed by the incredible Catherine Hardwicke, and she made a bunch of insane decisions. Twilight, the first one, is the most camp film. It's one of the most camp things I've ever seen. Highly recommend.
Okay.
And then all the other ones are a little bit better quality, but at what cost?
At what cost?
Girl?
I have to watch the whole first movie again because I liked what I saw of it. I need to watch the rest of all of them.
I left
just
out a
to
lot
know
of
what
details
happens.
because I hit the main plot points, but I left out a lot of the meat that we enjoy.
Yeah, the meat that we enjoy. Well, thank you for doing all of this. I've learned a lot, and
I'm so glad, and I'm sorry.
tell the people where they can find you.
You guys can find me on Instagram at lill.hei.
I'm at Rob Latrello, ROBLALTRELLO. Click here to watch a One Direction video with my friend Maya. She tells me everything that she knows about it. I knew nothing, and it was crazy. And click here to subscribe. I'm making videos all the time. All right, thanks, Lily. All right, take it easy. I'll see you later. Bye.